Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for this hearing. And again, I have great respect for your stewardship on this committee, and I'm glad we're holding this hearing. I have to say I look at it a little bit differently than some of the other questioners this morning. Yesterday, Reuters reported that Goldman Sachs analyzed oil prices and determined that the price per barrel was inflated by speculation to the tune of $27 per barrel. In Connecticut right now, we're paying $4 a gallon for gas. I mean, you can do the math pretty quickly, but that means basically motorists should be paying about $3 a gallon. People who are getting their home heating oil are also overpaying because of the fact that we have markets which I think are highly dysfunctional. Businesses in my district who sell home heating oil have basically refused to get into the business of hedging right now. They will not sell lock-in contracts for next winter because this market is so dysfunctional. And frankly, CFTC had the authority to implement position limits back in January. And if anything, and from my perspective, you're being too cautious in terms of moving ahead with what Dodd-Frank's suggested. And I would just say, following up Mr. Scott's question in terms of your budget, Secretary Mabus testified at Armed Services that every time a price per barrel goes up $10, the Navy's annual fuel costs go up $300 million. So again, if you just do the math in terms of what Goldman Sachs reported yesterday, the taxpayer is paying double your budget that the president proposed because of the fact that we don't have a functioning system of rules in energy trading. I just got to tell you, Mr. Berkovitz, the impact on the economy in terms of energy prices right now, I think is just potentially catastrophic in terms of trying to get a recovery moving forward. And I hope that you're going to move forward on those position limits on energy trading as soon as possible. I mean, people are, in my opinion, getting ripped off because of the fact that the markets are not functioning in a way that is connected to supply and demand. I don't know if you'd like to comment on that.
Thank you, Congressman. I will take that back, and we'll consider those comments. I know that the commission staff is devoting considerable time. We're receiving a lot. One of the most commented on proposed rules we have out there is the position limits rule, and we have had literally thousands of comments. Some of them are form comments, but nonetheless we have to go through and look at all these. So we're going through those comments and evaluating that proposal very seriously. Yesterday, I would also note that the agency Chairman Gensler and the agency announced a joint effort with the Federal Trade Commission to look in some of these issues where the FTC has oversight authority over oil and gasoline prices, the actual commodity itself, market oversight there. And so we've announced a cooperative effort with them.
Well, and again, I just think it's important to also remember that there are end users who now are shying away from getting involved in hedging. I mean, Hershey's announced the other day that it was pulling back because, again, the commodities market makes chocolate hedging, almost impossible to really make an intelligent decision. Commissioner Chelton sent a letter to my office a couple days ago, sort of walking through again the sequence that took place as far as the energy position limits. I know he supports moving forward, and I again think his advocacy hopefully will be heard by the rest of the commission. I really believe that for the sake of the economy, we have got to get some stability in energy prices because it just ripples through. From every homeowner, motorist, small business on up, and it's really bad out there.
Thank you.
I yield back.